Hi everybody, how are you? I am Miss Khulud. Today we are going to have a new lesson about grammar. Okay, I'm going to read a small story about something, and you're going to guess from that our lesson or grammar lesson is about what. Last night, as I was sleeping, I had a crazy dream. I was walking down the street by myself late at night. It was raining hard. Suddenly, I saw a man dressed in black. He was running fast. In his arms, he was holding a bag that he had stolen from an old woman. I chased after the man and pushed him to the ground. I grabbed the bag from the man and took it back to the old woman. She was crying with fright, but when she saw me return her bag, she smiled and thanked me. The next thing I heard was my mom calling my name, "Wake up now or you will be late for school." So, from this, what tenses I have used? Yes, I have used the past simple tense and also I have used the past continuous tense. So, our lesson is going to be about the past tenses. Let's see together. I washed the car with my favorite old t-shirt today. It felt like I had insulted it. Auxiliary verb. Do. That is, in the past, I used did or didn't. As we know, every auxiliary verb, every tenses has an auxiliary verb or an helping verb. Now, this is the timeline of the tense. As I know, the past simple tense are regular verb and irregular verbs. The regular verbs with ed and the irregular verbs that is eat, ate, bring, brought, write, wrote, go, went. Okay? The simple past tense, finished actions or situations in the past, or to tell a story that happened in the past. And I also use it with the if conditional in the second conditional. Now, let's remember the past simple tense. How to use it? We use it as affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Verb 1, that is verb with ed, and verb 2, that is the irregular verbs. He played yesterday, they flew last week. Negative, didn't plus verb. I didn't study last night. And the question, did plus the verb plus the rest of the sentence. The rest of the question. Did you study yesterday? Okay. The following adverbs of repetition are used with habits of the simple past. For example, always, sometimes, usually, never. Now you're going to tell me, Miss, we are using this in the present simple tense. Yes, we are also using it in the past tense by giving the sentence the past verb so that we will know that this sentence is in the past. For example, Sama always got up early when she was a student. Always, and I have got, which shows that this sentence is in the past. I can also use it with active and passive voice. As I know, active and passive. Passive, I don't care who did the doer. I don't care about the doer. So, in the passive, when I want to change to passive, I will see in which tense it is, and according to it, I'm going to put the verb to be according to the tense itself. If it is in the past, so it will be was or were plus the past participle of the verb. Example, Sheila washed the car. Sheila is the subject, washed is the verb, object the car. So when I want to change it from passive, I will put the car in the beginning. So the car will be the subject and Sheila will be the object, or I don't care about it, so I can write it and I can't write it, it's okay. The car was washed by Sheila. The verb to be in the passive sentence is in the same tense as the main verb in the active sentence. The important notes, as we know, if the main verb is was or were, so here if I have was or were in the past tense, I will keep it as it is and I will put not. I will not put didn't here. No, I will keep it as it is and I will put was or were plus the negative form. And in the question, it will be the same. He was at school yesterday. He wasn't at school yesterday. And also if I have had, in this way, I am going to remove had and put did. I'm going to remove had and put did. Okay, I'm going to put the helping verb in the negative form. That is didn't. For example, she had lunch at 2 o'clock. She didn't have lunch at 2 o'clock. So what did you recognize here? That had, I remove it and put didn't instead of it and I put have. Okay? Okay. In the past also I have habits. I used to do it. I used to do something in the past. So how do I use it in our tenses? Here we have some formulas. The following formulas can be used to express habits of the past that are no longer in the present. For example, subject plus used to plus infinitive. For example, he used to swim in the sea. He used to swim in the sea. It was someone's habit to swim. I will put the verb, sorry. So it was his habit, or it was Sama's habit, or it was Khalid's habit to swim in the sea. The other way, or the third way, is subject plus had plus the habit of noun or verb with ing. He had the habit of swimming in the sea. Okay, the fourth way is was or were plus in the habit of. He was in the habit of swimming in the sea. She was in the habit of swimming in the sea. They were in the habit of swimming in the sea. Okay? And the fifth one, it was habitual for someone to infinitive. It was habitual for someone to swim in the sea. So I have 5 ways I have to study it so that I will know how to use it in the past habit tense. Other way also, I can use it to express that something was accustomed to the verb with was or were plus used to plus noun or infinitive with ing. For example, they were used to working in the sea. They were used to working in the sea. Another way also to express habituation, get, became, plus used to, plus noun or infinitive or the verb with ing. I got used to freezing weather in Canada. I got used to the freezing weather in Canada. Okay, so this is the past simple tense. We are going to explain the past continuous tense. As I know, the past simple is something that already happened. And what about the past continuous tense? Let us see it together. Or I also call it as the past progressive. I use it when I'm talking about 2 or more actions happening at the same time in the past. When I'm talking about 2 or more actions happening at the same time in the past, I use the past continuous tense. They were playing while I was walking. They were playing while I was working. Yes, I have the 2 tenses in the past continuous tense. Why? Because it happened at the same time. Because the 2 actions are happening at the same time. Whenever I have the 2 actions happening at the same time in the past, I use it with the past continuous tense. Okay? Other sentence also. They were eating as I was cooking. They were eating as I was cooking. The other way also, an action that was interrupted by a short action. Something which cut the action. Something which I was doing it and something happened in the middle of it. And the short action, I use it in the past simple tense. For example, I was walking when it started to rain. I was walking when it started to rain. Which action happened first? was walking. And which happened in the middle? Started to rain. So this one, I will put it in the past simple tense. And the last action is an action happening at a certain point in the past. An action happening at a certain point in the past. I was sleeping at 9 o'clock last night. I was sleeping at 9 o'clock last night. I can use it with while, as, when, just as, with past continuous, past simple, and I can also use both with past continuous tense when I'm telling you that if the two actions happening at the same time. Okay, for example, while he was playing tennis match, he broke his arm. This is what? Two actions happening in the past, okay, but one interrupted the other. So when I have one interrupted the other in the middle, I use the past simple tense with the short action. But when I have both the actions happening at the same time, I will use both of them at the past continuous tense. For example, while I was reading a story, Ali was watching TV. While I was reading a story, Ali was watching TV. Okay? Okay. While and when plus infinitive or the verb with ing. So when I have while or when, and after them comes verb ing, the other sentence will be in the past simple tense. For example, while playing or when playing. So I have while and immediately after it comes verb with ing. While playing a tennis match, he broke his arm. While playing a tennis match, he broke his arm. The third one is during, and I have noun plus the past simple tense. During a tennis match, what is the noun? The tennis match. The other sentence, he broke his arm. When plus past simple and past continuous. When I arrived, Shahid was watching a cartoon. When I arrived, Shahid was watching a cartoon. Okay? On plus noun, infinitive plus ing, past continuous or past simple. For example, on my arrival at my office, I checked my email. On my arrival at my office, I checked my email. While or when being plus pp. While the food was being cooked, it smelled nice. While the food was being cooked, it smelled nice. Or while or when being cooked, Mom's food smelled nice. Stative verbs are the verbs which I can't use it with the past continuous tense. But I can use it if I doesn't mean that the same meaning, but I mean other meaning. Let us see now. We use the past simple instead of the past continuous tense here, okay? And the stative verbs, we don't use the stative verbs in the past continuous tense. It comes with feelings, and also it comes with senses and mental state. Feeling like, dislike, love, hate, prefer, enjoy, want, wish, etc. Senses like hear, see, smell, feel, sound, taste, appear, seem, look, etc. And mental state like realize, understand, know, mean, think, believe, imagine, recognize, remember, forget, etc. This one you have to study it by heart. Okay? Okay. We can use the past continuous with the previous verbs if we use it in another meaning. So I can use one of this one in the past continuous tense, but I doesn't mean its meaning, I mean another meaning instead of its real meaning. For example, if I say, I was seeing an old friend when you called. Does it mean here seeing? No. It means when I was meeting. Yes. When I was meeting an old friend when you called. So I put here seeing, but it doesn't mean the real meaning. It means another meaning. In this way, it's okay for me. I can use it. Okay? Okay. How to use it? In positive form, as I know he, she, it takes was, plus verb ing, you, we, they takes were, plus verb ing, and in the negative we are putting wasn't or weren't plus the verb ing. And the ing spelling rules like talk, talking, carry, carrying. What about if I have e in the verb? I will cancel e if it comes in the end, at the end of the verb, and I will put bake, baking. Okay? If I have ie at the end of the verb, I will cancel ie and just put y, like tie, tying. What about the consonant, vowel, consonant? If the verb consists of 3 letters and the middle is the vowel, I will double the last letter. I will double the last letter. Like sit, sitting. See, I double the T. What about visit? Visiting. Did I double? No, because it consists of more than 3 letters. And what about mix? I can't put X. I can double the X. So it will be as it is and it will be mixing. This is our grammar lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for listening. And if you have anything, just tell me and I'm going to explain it again. Thank you for listening.